Hello, Peter here, your Pinoy accountant, and in this video, we will do a sample on how you can fill out the 1701 MS, the annual income tax return for the micro or small taxpayers, and yung video na to is for the itemized deduction. So, yung key lang if you are using the itemized deduction is kailangan i-prepare nyo lahat yung mga necessary na mga computation kagaya ng mga expenses. Yung expenses nyo dapat supported ng invoice and dapat ordinary and necessary in carrying out your business. So pag wala kayong valid invoice, unfortunately hindi niyo siya makiklaim as itemized deduction. So may Excel tayong pinakita actually in our previous mga videos pa. Ipapakita ko lang sa inyo. So ito yung Excel file natin and yung pwede nyong gawin is you can do the income tax computation na is dito is we have here an example of the income statement. Pag nag-itemize deduction pala kayo, automatic yan na kailangan yung gumawa ng financial statements, yung balance sheet, ayan, the income statement, and the statement of changes in owner's equity and the cash flow. So, depende sa anong RDO kayo, but yung complete set of financial statements, unaudited. So, hindi kailangan audited pag 3 million and below yung annual gross sales niyo. Pag lampas kayo ng 3 million, ayan, required na audited yung inyong financial statements. So, ito yung sample natin, income statement, and yung key lang talaga dito is kailangan natin i-summarize yung data na kailangan natin, yung sales, ayan, yung sales returns allowances, and the operating expenses. So, you can get the data from your books dito sa cash receipts book. Ayan, makikita nyo yung sales nyo dyan. So, ang gawin nyo is i-total nyo. Yung ginagawa ko is monthly, quarterly, and for the annual. Tinototal ko so that mas easier for us to get the sales data. So, ito yung sample natin ng cash receipts. Ayan, quick review. Ayan, so makita nyo yung entry dito, January hanggang December for the annual sales. So, dito sa baba, ayan, tinotal natin yung annual sales natin. That is 2.1 million. And then sales returns, ayan, and then the other fees and the CWT or the creditable withholding tax, ayan, kailangan din natin na figure to come up with our income tax return. So sa cash disbursements journal naman, is nandito nakasummarize yung mga expenses natin. Ayan, so ganun din, monthly, pwede nyo i-total sa books nyo, quarterly, and the annual. So yung ginawa ko dito is actually naka-pattern to doon sa old form pa 1701 because sa 1701 MS hindi nyo na kailangan i-categorize yung mga expenses ninyo na kagaya na to, depreciation, entertainment, amusement, and recreation. So sa panibagong form is nakalagay lang doon is yung allowable deduction or for the itemized deduction. So hindi nyo na kailangan i-itemize but yung details nito ilalagay nyo naman sa inyong financial statement. So yung recommended ko is we can still follow itong kung paano kinategorize itong sa 1701 yung mga expenses ninyo kagaya na to rentals, ayan, the salaries and wages, taxes and licenses. So, pwede nyo pa din itong gamitin. And the other expenses, ito yung usual na expenses natin. Utilities, office supplies, advertising, repairs and maintenance. So, pwede nga yung category ng mga expenses ninyo. But, yun nga, yung 1701 MS, mas, ano na siya, hindi nyo na kailangan i-detail yung expenses nyo. Basta as long as it's ordinary, necessary, and may supporting kayo na invoice from your suppliers, pwede nyo i-claim yun as your expenses. So, ayan. So, again, tinotal natin siya monthly, quarterly, and annual. So we will be needing the annual na computation ayan, or the amount for the annual for the 2025. So ayan, if once may summary na kayo, we can make itong income statement. So madali lang. So we get the sales, yan, January to December, magkano ba? If may mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts, mostly sa mga Shopee, TikTok, ayan, may mga sales returns, allowances, and discounts. And if ever net sales lang yung ni-record nyo, hindi nyo na ni-record yung returns, allowances, and discounts, pwede net sales na lang yung ilalagay natin. And then the cost of sales, of course, the cost of sales or the services. So magkano ba yung puhunan nyo doon sa product na binenta nyo? So magkano nyo siya nabili? Or kung services nyo, magkano ba yung cost nun ng services? So yan yung kailangan natin to come up with the gross income. And then from the gross income, ayan, i-deduct natin yung mga operating expenses which are yun nga, ordinary, necessary, and with valid invoices. Pag wala doon, any of doon, hindi nyo siya pwede i-claim as an expense. So ito, sinummarize natin yung usual, yung rental, ayan, salaries and wages, taxes and licenses, and the other expenses. So yung total kabuuan ng ating operating expenses is 628,900. So that would give us itong income before income tax na 358,850 And then from here, ayan, so bale, ito na yung taxable income natin. We can now compute our income tax. To use, since, ano nga tayo, ano tayo, itemized deduction, we are using the graduated income tax rate or the graduated tax table. So, quick review lang to how to use itong inyong graduated tax table. So, our taxable income is 358,850. So, yung gagawin nyo is titingnan nyo yung table na ito. Saang ano ba siya nabebelong? Anong row siya nabebelong or anong range? So, 0 to 250,000 or nandito sa second row, 250,000 to 400,000. So, dito siya nabebelong sa second na row. So, 358,850. Itong second row yung gagamitin natin. Tax on column 1 is 0 pa. Kita nyo dito. So, yung tax ito is yung excess na. So, 15% excess ng 250,000 yung ibig sabihin yan. So, 358,000, ayan, 358,850 less itong 250,000, that would give us itong 108,850. Yan yung excess and then multiply it by 15%. So that would give us itong ating income tax due na 16,327.50. But again, dun sa ating income tax return, pag 50 centavos pataas, i-round up natin. Pag 49 centavos pababa, i-drop down natin. So, yung ating tax due is 16,328. So let's open the 1701-MS. So again, this is the annual income tax return for individuals classified as micro or small taxpayers. So let's start. Number 1 for the year. So month is 12, that is December. Year is 2025, amended return, no. And then short period return, no. Civil status, single or married. So, lagay nyo single. If married naman kayo, you can choose ito jointly or separate yung filing ninyo or not applicable if spouse has no income. So, may video din tayo dyan. We talked about kung paano kayo makapag-file jointly with your spouse. So, in this video, single lang yung example natin. So, next is number 6. Your TIN. Example is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-00000. And then RDO code, check nyo ano yung RDO code nyo. Example 039. And then taxpayer's name. So, i-follow nyo ang last name, first name, and the middle name. So, ang example natin is si Monkey D. Luffy. So, last name niya is Monkey. Ayan. Luffy. Then, example, yung middle name niya is Don. Ayan. Then, email address ninyo. Example, Monkey D. Luffy at gmail.com. And then contact number, either landline or cell phone. 0917-123-4567. And then source of income. For example natin is si Monkey D. Luffy. May business sa TikTok. Ayan. So income from business. So, ayan. Next natin is income is subject to. Since itemized deduction yung example natin, itemized deduction is or optional standard deduction is dito tayo sa graduated income tax rates. Ayan. So, number 13, legal basis of tax relief. Hindi ito nag-apply sa atin. Example niyan is if BMBE kayo, ayan, so may mga exemption kayo sa income tax. Ayan, investment promotion agency. Again, if BMBE kayo, DTI, and then registered activity or yung registration number ninyo kung BMBE kayo, yung certificate number. And then, number 16, ayan, di din to nag-apply. So, effectivity of your exemption. So, i-check nyo yung certification ninyo. So, in our example today, hindi tayo BMBE. So, hindi to nag-apply sa atin. Itong 13, 14, 15, 16. And then, the method of deduction, ito yung nabanggit natin kanina. Itemized deduction tayo. Yan, click nyo. So, yun, i-check nyo pala yung inyong quarterly. Pag kung ano yung unang napili ninyo, hindi nyo na pwedeng palitan for the entire year. For example, nag 8% kayo. 8% kayo the entire year. Ayan, OSD kayo or itemized deduction. So, once nakapag-select na kayo nung 1701Q ninyo, yung first quarter ninyo, hindi nyo na siyang pwedeng palitan for this taxable year. So, itong ATC, number 18, ayan, so may table 1. So, i-scroll down lang natin for the ATC. Table 1, nasa pinakababa. Ayan. So, ito yung ATC natin. So, piliin natin is dito tayo sa II-012 or II-012. This is for the business income and the graduated income tax rates. So, pwede nyo actually i-copy to, business income graduated IT rates, and then tandaan nyo lang that is II 012. So, balikan natin yung taas. And then dito, II 012. And then, i-paste nyo the business income graduated IT rates. So, next na tayo, part 2. So, yung next page muna na natin yung fill outan natin so that we can get yung details dito. Details ng income tax due, ayan. So, proceed tayo sa next page. Ayan, page 2. So, dito sa taas, lagay nyo yung 10 ninyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 00000. So, tax filer's last name, si Monkey. Ayan. And then, taxable compensation income. So, dito nag-apply. Example lang, ano kay mixed income earner. So, this is from your employment. So, yung example natin si Monkey D. Luffy, hindi naman employed. So, wala tayong lalagay dito sa taxable compensation income. So, dito na tayo sa letter B, the taxable business income. So, ayan, kita niya if graduated rates, special or preferential rate or exempt, fill in items 5 to 18B. Ayan, 80, kung 8% naman daw, 19 to 25. So, since ano tayo, graduated rates, so yung fill out natin is 5 to 18B. So, dito tayo mag-start sa sales, revenues, and fees. So, yung details nating sales, revenues, and fees, so yun yung purpose na gumawa tayo ng doon sa spreadsheet natin or sa Excel. So that mas madali natin i-fill out yung mga figures dito. So, balikan natin yung ating Excel. Ayan, so yung ating total gross sales for the year, ayan, 2,195,000. So, yan yung figure na ilalagay natin doon. So, dito is 2195 and 2,195,000. And then sales returns, allowances, and discounts. Again, balikan natin yung ating Excel. That is 109,750. So, 109,750. So, that would give us itong net sales or revenues natin. So, that would give us itong 2,085,250. 2,085,250. Ayan. So, ipansin niyo hindi siya naka-align yung ating mga figures dito. So, yan, sa ano na to mismo, yung sa PDF. So, ano na lang, disregard nyo lang. So, this is still 2,085,250. So, the cost of sales or services natin, ayan, if availing itemized deduction. So, balikan natin yung cost of sales natin is 1,097,500. 1,097,500. So that would give us itong gross income from operation. Ayan, is ito, 987,750. 987,750. So, dito na tayo, number 10, less deductions allowable under existing laws. So, 10A, ito yung nabanggit natin is the operating expenses ninyo. Dapat ordinary, necessary, and may invoice. So, dito nyo ilalagay sa 10A. Ayan, ordinary, allowable, itemized deductions. So, balikan natin yung ating Excel. So, yung total natin na operating expenses, ayan, kita nyo, this is 628,900. 628,900. So, allowable, itong special allowable itemized deduction, so wala tayo niyan. NOLCO, hindi, wala din tayong NOLCO. So, total allowable itemized deduction, so yung sum daw nito, 10A to C. So, same lang din, 628,900. And then, number 11, so this is for the optional standard deduction. So, 40% ng item 7. So, hindi tayo OSD, so hindi natin fill outan yan. So, dito na tayo sa net income. Yan. So, yung net income natin is just your gross income less yung ating allowable deduction. So, sa ating Excel, this is your income before income tax. 358,850. 358,850. Ayan. So, yung disadvantage lang again pag ito yung ginamit ninyo manual is prone siya to errors. Actually, di ba, if wala kayo Excel and then calculator lang yung gamit ninyo, there's this tendency na pwede kayong magkamali sa computation. Unlike kung EBR forms na automatic niyang kinocompute. Ito, manual talaga. So, next tayo is add other non-operating income. If you have other non-operating income, in most cases, zero, zero lang yan. So that would give us itong total, itong taxable income for the business, items 12 and 13. So that would still give us itong 358,000, 358,850. Ayan. So ito, total taxable income, compensation, and business income. So wala tayong compensation. So the amount would still be 358,850. So number 16, so tax rate, pag ano na to, for the special and the preferential rate or exempt. So hindi ito applicable sa atin. So number 17, tax due for special or preferential rate. So hindi din to applicable sa atin. Number 18A, total tax due compensation and business income under special or preferential rate or exempt. So again, hindi to applicable sa atin. So dito na tayo sa 18B. Ayan, total tax due compensation and business income under graduated rates. So ito, item 15, ito multiplied by the income tax rate from table 2. Ayan. So, yan yung ipapakita ko lang sa inyo yung table 2 dito. This is the table 2, the tax rates. So, similar lang to yung sa Excel natin. So, balikan natin yung Excel. So, again, using itong graduated tax table, with the taxable income na 358,850, we will get itong 16,328. So, using itong table, yung pinakita natin kanina na computation. So, 16,328. Again, so dito tayo sa 18B. Total tax due. Ayun, 16,328. 328. Ayan. So, next na tayo, B2, this is for the 8%. So, wala tayong ilalagay dito. And then, number 25, this is for the 8% then. So, proceed na tayo dito sa part 5 or the tax credits and the payments. So, number 1, prior years excess credits. If may overpayments kayo dun sa previous na 2024 na annual ITR nyo, so dito nyo ilalagay yon excess credits doon. So in our example, wala tayo niyan, zero. And then tax payments for the first 3 quarters, so i-check nyo yung inyong mga payments for the 1701Q nyo for the first, second, and the third. So in our example, wala tayong payments for the first 3 quarters. So let's proceed. The creditable tax withheld or the CWT 2307 ninyo, i-check nyo for the first 3 quarters. So, i-total ninyo yon. So, in our example yun, naka-Excel yung figure na to. So, pwede natin balikan yung ating Excel. So, dito tayo sa CWT. Ayan. So, tinotal ko na yung for the first 3 quarters. Ayan, 7,649. So, yan yung ilalagay natin. 7,649. Dito is 7,649. And then, the 2,307 for the fourth quarter. So, i-check natin yung ating Excel. So, for the fourth quarter, this is the 2,557.50. So, i-round up natin, that would be 2,558. 2,558. Ayan. So, 2,316, wala tayo. This is for the mixed income earner. So, next na tayo is tax paid in return previously filed if amended return. So, wala tayo, hindi to amended return. So, blank lang yan. Again, foreign tax credits, hindi to applicable sa atin. Special tax credits, other tax credits, so hindi to applicable sa atin. So, yung total tax credits natin is just this, yung i-add natin yung ating 2,307 for the first 3 quarters and for the fourth quarter. So, i-add natin. So, ayan. So, ito yung silbi ng ating calculator. 7,649 plus 2,558. That would give us 7,649 plus 2,558. That would give us itong 10,207. 10,207. Ayan, total tax credits or the payments. So next ay part 6, tax relief availment. So this is again for the special or preferential or exempt. So hindi ito applicable sa atin. So balik tayo sa page 1. So if you fill out na natin yung mga figures for the page 1. Ayan, so part 2 ng ating page 1. Ayan, income tax due. So this is for the special or preferential rate. So hindi ito applicable sa atin. Less share of other government agency. Again, not applicable. Net income tax due, share of national government. This is for the special or preferential. So wala tayong ilalagay dyan. So dito na tayo, income tax due sa regular rate. So yung figure daw niyan, i-check natin. Nasa part 4, item 18B. So yun, mabalikan ulit natin, di ba? Kasi hindi kasi nakalink yung mga figures dito. Yan, 18B, ayan, 16,328. 16,328. Yan yung lalagay natin doon. Dito, 16,328. 328. And then, ayan, total income tax due, so it's still 16,328. 16,328. And then, total tax credits or the payment. So that is part 5, item 10. So balikan ulit natin yung part 5, item 10. Ayan, item 10, that is 10,207. So balik tayo sa taas, 10,207. 10,207. Ayan. So, tax payable natin is just 16,328 minus the 10,207. So that will give us 6,121. 6,121. Ayan. So less tax due allowed. So this is if you will avail the installment. So in most cases, zero lang yan. And then amount of tax payable, that should still be 6,121. Ayan. And then penalties, wala tayong penalties, surcharge, interest, and compromise because we are still within the allowable time to submit the 1701 MS. So yung deadline again is April 15 pa. So that would give us itong total amount payable. So wala tayong penalty. So that would still be 6,121. And then the aggregate amount payable, 29A or and B. So wala tayong spouse. So yung aggregate amount of payable natin would still be 6,121. And ito na yung kailangan, this is the amount that we will pay. So you can pay using Maya, MyEG. So may video din tayo on how you can use the MyEG and the Maya. So ito, if overpayment naman, so ito yung if ever negative figure yan. So you have this option to be refunded, to be issued a tax credit certificate. But usually yung ginagamit is to be carried over as tax credit for the next year or the quarter. So proceed tayo, agree. Ayan. And then put your name. And then Monkey D. Luffy. And your 10, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yan, hindi na kasya. And then, so yan yun, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then, that's it. So, successfully na fill outan na natin tong ano, so you can actually print this. Print nyo, and then, ayan, submit nyo sa ano, if may tax due kayo, you can file it doon sa ano nyo, sa authorized agent banks. So, you need to print at least 3 or 4 copies na lang. And then, so that mapa-receive nyo yung copy ninyo and your payment na din to your authorized agent bank. So, i-check niyo yung authorized agent banks niyo kung saang RDO kayo nabibelong. So, I think may website din yan sa BIR kung ano yung mga authorized agent banks. And yung mga attachments naman to, yung attachments nito kailangan nyo through EAFS pa din. So, may video tayo on how you can use the EAFS so that you can attach yung mga attachments nyo. Kagaya na to may 2307 tayo. So, kailangan natin i-attach yung 2307, yung ating SOUT, ayan, yung email na e-submission, ayun, kailangan natin i-submit yon. So, yun lang ating video for today. We just talked about itong 1701 MS. Again, this is still manual. Wala pa to sa EBIR form. Wala pa to sa EFPS. So, if you would want to use this, 1701-MS, manual yung filing. If may tax due kayo, you have to file sa authorized agent banks. If wala naman kayong tax due, you can file doon sa inyong RDO na mismo. So, yun ang ating video for today. My name is Peter, your Pinoy accountant. And thank you again, and I'll see you in our next videos. And if may mga tanong kayo, just comment down below. And if you would want to download, ito may mga templates tayo, you can go to our website, www.pinoyaccountant.com/download. So, thank you again, and I'll see you in our next video.